Right, greetings everyone again. This is Joseph Spivey, and this is the second of our two videos. In this video, we're going to be talking about the syllabus, taking a look at the course policies. So this is not a substitute for reading the syllabus carefully yourself. But I do want to make you aware of a few things just to make sure that we're clear on things. So this is really just about highlights of that document. So first of all, you can find the syllabus here. If you click on course info, I've already got it open, so I'll go ahead and open it. So here it is. This is the course info sheet or the syllabus. Here is my information. Here is information about the textbook. I did want to point out that there's this product called Cengage Unlimited that gives you unlimited access to all Cengage's products. I've been told that if you have two classes that are using Cengage products, it's probably worth it to go ahead and purchase Cengage Unlimited. You should talk to the bookstore about that. They have some more information and about how to do that. So if you've got two classes that are using Cengage, definitely take a look at that opportunity. Here's office hours. I want to point out my office hours are from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock Mondays through Thursdays, and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. And I think this is important, or by appointment, right? So I recognize that these office hours are not ideal for everyone. People got labs and practice and all that stuff. So please, 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 if you are having trouble making office hours, please make appointments with me. Office hours just means that I am definitely there in my office, door open, ready to help students with questions. But I want to make sure you know that there's that option to make an appointment with me if you can't make office hours. I also want to say that office hours are a great time. It's a great time to get to know your professor. I think a lot of Wofford professors want to have students come by their office, and I am certainly like that as well. So, I look forward to getting to know you a bit during office hours. Okay, so here's some information about the goals of the course. I'll let you read those. This is about statistics, which is the science of data, right? Getting meaning from data. And that's what we'll talk about in this course. This is a great course. It's a prerequisite course for psychology. It's also a prerequisite course for many of the business type of majors, like business economics, I think finance, accounting, others. So if you're going into one of those fields, check. This is probably a course that you'll need for one of those courses, for one of those majors. If you're also doing pre-med, this is an important course to take if you're thinking about going the pre-med route. Okay, so I talked a little bit about in the other video about WebAssign. We are also going to need technology in this course. So you could use a TI-83, TI-84 calculator, something like that, in order to do statistical calculations like finding means and standard deviations and that sort of thing. You just want a calculator that can do that. We'll be interpreting that data. We'll be learning how to interpret that calculation in class. You can also use a computer with Microsoft Excel or some other similar spreadsheet application. I'll be going through and showing you how to use stuff in Excel and on the calculator as we go as we go through the class. There are also some guides posted that I'll post to Moodle to help teach you about how to use that software. You should bring that software to every class, either your calculator or your computer to every class. I will say you use the Excel a lot in business type courses. So if you're thinking about going on to take business courses, accounting, finance, those sorts of things, I would encourage you to bring your laptop to class with Excel so you can learn how to do it, because you'll be using Excel a lot in those other courses. And this is a great introduction to that. Okay, so homework. There is going to be homework each day via WebAssign. WebAssign is going to mark your answers correct or incorrect, and you'll be graded on that, so that's important. So please check Moodle for those assignments. And I understand sometimes you have trouble, getting things in on time. It happens, right? Things get busy or you forget something. So what I'm going to do is, if you have a WebAssign that you'd like an extension on, you can get an automatic 24-hour extension on WebAssign homework. Not to exceed 48 hours past the original due date for 25% grade penalty. So, on the other hand, if you are very, very sick or have trouble, if there are extenuating circumstances, I can give you an extension for no grade penalty. That's at my discretion. So if you've got those extenuating circumstances, please contact me directly. If you just missed the deadline or whatever, or were busy, then there's like a little button in WebAssign that says request automatic extension. So and you don't have to wait for me to say yes. You can just get the automatic extension immediately. So take advantage of that. We will be reading the textbook before we cover stuff in class, and that reading assignment will be posted each night to Moodle. So please take a look at that. That way we can come to class ready to discuss the topics and to get practice working problems so that our class time can be spent practicing for the test rather than learning some basic stuff, right? But we'll be going over the material in class as well, but we need to have a good intro. We need to have read it beforehand so we can be ready to dive into that material, right? We will also be doing some group work in class. This is a really good thing. I think group work is really, really important. We can learn from each other. We can also learn team skills, which are important for employers. Notice that if you have an unexcused absence, you will get a 0 for that participation grade. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Here's the attendance policy. I'll let you read that. I do want to just point out, unexcused absences would result in a 0 for a test. It is the student's responsibility, not the instructor's, to arrange a meeting after an absence to find out what was missed. And also, no student with more than 3 absences will be permitted to drop the course with a passing grade. So keep that in mind as well. We've got 3 tests coming. On test, we'll be able to use a calculator or a computer. We will only be, if you've got a computer, you're going to need to make sure that your screen is always set to the spreadsheet application that we're going to use. Right? We're not going to use internet or other things. Smartphones using internet is also prohibited. That would be against the honor code. So, and we'll sort of set that up in class for how we're going to monitor that. But again, you'll need some sort of technology for tests. It can be a computer, but we got to make sure that that computer is always set to that one application. A fresh spreadsheet, not internet, not Word documents, not other things, right? We don't want to have access to those things. Only that application is what we need. All right, so there will be 3 of those. The tests can be found. The dates for the test can be found later on. We're going to have one statistics project, and it's going to count as a half a test grade. I'll give you more information about that later on. This is the way that your grade breaks down. So take a look at that. This is how letter grades will be assigned. So take a look at that. I want to highlight this. So the mathematics department strictly enforces the WP/WF grade policy. So if a student in the class who has an F who wants to withdraw after the drop add period, after the first week of classes, then that person will be assigned a grade of WF. That means withdraw with a failing grade. And it counts as an F toward your GPA. That is bad. We would like to avoid that. On the other hand, if you would like to withdraw and your grade is passing, then you will get a WP. And that doesn't affect your GPA in any way, right? So that's the side that you want to land on. I will say this is not an issue if you're doing your homework, you're keeping up with the reading and doing that sort of thing. So if you are doing your homework, you're not going to have a failing grade, there's going to be no issue. This policy is really just to make sure that people are doing their homework and making an honest effort in the class. So, but I did want to highlight that because other departments have different policies. And I wanted to make sure you understood the policy of the mathematics department. Here's some information about the final. And I want to talk about the honor code as well. So when you're doing homework, these are the sources that you can use. If it's not on that, you can't use it. All right. So don't go looking at websites like Chegg or solutions manuals or using people not in this class. If it's not on this list, you can't use it. All right. And finally, this is sort of a rough tentative syllabus, rough order of topics. Roughly what we'll be doing and when. And this is certainly probably going to change as we go forward. But it gives you a sense. The test dates will probably not change. Those test dates are probably there. We'll probably have those. All right, so I think that's it. I do encourage you to read through this carefully to make sure that you understand everything that's in here. Thanks very much. If you got questions, please bring them to class. And I will see you in class. Thanks very much. Bye.